In the previous episode of Baldur's Gate 3, I made a mistake in the script and implied that Will was a dumb person. I would like to apologize because I don't think that Will is a dumb person, and I would like to thank our sponsor, Razer.
Sorry for interrupting your fake ad sponsor, but we're continuing Gandalf's journey. Gandalf continues past the Tiefling base and sees a refugee party wiped out by goblins in the fort in front. The player decides to avoid the fort's entrance for now because the player is a wuss, and Gandalf starts stealing everything he can from the dead bodies. The party runs into a dog, and they let him stay at their camp, becoming the party's first pet. The party runs into a pig that has all of its blood sucked out. Immediately, the elf, who is pale-skinned, fanged, and dressed in black goth clothes, said that everything's fine and we shouldn't camp here for the night. So the player immediately camped here for the night. Gandalf goes to sleep, but wakes up upon sensing Astarion ready to bite at Gandalf's neck. The player is disappointed that Gandalf can only act surprised, as if Astarion's pale skin, fangs, and black goth clothes were not enough hints that he may be a vampire. Astarion explains that he was forced to become a vegan vampire. His master fed him only the blood of animals and not sapient creatures, which kept him alive, but still weak, hungry, and lacking in essential vitamins to become a healthy boy. Astarion begs to Gandalf, asking if he can suck some blood so that he can be healthy and sharp for the fights ahead. A normal person would refuse a request from someone they barely knew and had just broken their trust, but the player has been fed on a steady diet of romance vampire novels like Twilight and Vampire Night, and immediately made Gandalf into a snack. Gandalf allowed Astarion to take a decent amount of blood from him. And the next morning, Astarion is much healthier, but Gandalf is a little weakened. The rest of the party discovers Astarion being a vampire, and they're fine with him as long as they keep his fangs to himself. The party wonders why Astarion doesn't have the drawbacks of being a vampire, such as being weak to sunlight, but Astarion himself isn't sure, and is just happy that he doesn't have those problems. The party then finds themselves in an owlbear cave, and Gandalf drinks up a potion of animal speaking that he found in a grotto inside the cave. Gandalf tries to talk to the owlbear, but messes it up, causing the beast to attack. The owlbear is no match for the party though, and it is slain. The owlbear's child begins to immediately eat its mother, and the party, disgusted, steps away. Miraculously, Gandalf finds clothes off a body the owlbear has slain, and he wears it immediately to end his DILF episode. The party ventures forth and meets two people harassing an old lady. The two claim that she is a hag that kidnapped their sister, and Gandalf immediately called her out, forcing her to drop the act and teleport away in a puff of green smoke. The two men are perplexed and don't know what to do, but Gandalf decides to charge forward into the swamp. The player, however, is an idiot and trips every single trap possible, forcing the party to camp again. At camp, Astarion and Gandalf talks to one another, with Astarion jokingly asking Gandalf if that Gandalf was a vampire, then which of the companions would he like to bite? The player, of course, chooses the gayest option, and Gandalf says he would like to taste Astarion the most. Astarion is flattered, but leaves the conversation at that, but the bleed status effect is still active and we get a hilarious shot of the two looking like wet cats. We continue on to find the witch's house. Immediately we see the girl kidnapped, but the hag, in another puff of green smoke, revealed themselves to be a Razer sales middle manager, and the swamp is her domain, transforming into a Razer store. This explains all the green colors, and Gandalf is immediately suckered into wanting the cool green RGB lights. The hag offers Gandalf a deal, the party lets the hag leave with the girl, and Gandalf gets Razer RGB because that will make him a better gamer. Gandalf, who we've established to be a sucker for marketing at this point, immediately said yes. However, he failed to tell what kind of RGB he wants, so the hag maliciously complies and adds it on his right eye. Gandalf gains a cool glowing green eye that truly showed his epic gamer prowess, but reduced his charm with the ladies, and for some reason, feels like he wanted to start taking less showers. The hag and the lady both disappear, finally forcing the player to face the goblins and continue the main plot.